Welcome back to Map Vort Farm, where real stories from the world of farming come to life. Today, we're diving into the incredible journey of Ma Jun, a disabled man from China who turned a $15 loan in a mountain of hardships into a thriving free-range chicken empire. Let's get started. Life never seemed to go easy on him. Born into a poor family, he faced one hardship after another. At just 14, a tragic accident changed everything. By 32, his body was already classified as having a level 3 disability. He was young, but already living with the kind of pain most people couldn't imagine. Still, he never gave in to fate. Starting with just 100 yuan, pooled together by his older siblings, he started from scratch and completely turned his life around. Over the next 30 years, he built a business that now makes over 20 million yuan a year, and helped lift more than 400 nearby farming households out of poverty along the way. How did he do it? Our story today is about Ma Jun, a man from Suizhou in Hubei province. He was born into one of the poorest families in a village of over 900 households. When Ma Jun was just 2 years old, his father passed away. His mother was left alone to raise 8 children. Then, when Ma was 14, tragedy struck again. He fell off the back of a cow and suffered a serious injury, a condition that led to necrosis of the femoral head and left him bedridden. He once dreamed of growing up and helping his mother carry the burden. Instead, he found himself stuck in bed, fighting pain most people couldn't imagine. But Ma Jun didn't surrender to fate. He faced it head-on, with optimism and courage. With help from a kind-hearted auntie, he made it to Wuhan for joint replacement surgery. After the operation, he could barely walk with a crutch. But he was determined not to let that stop him. Looking at his family's poverty, he decided to start something of his own, using the 100 yuan his siblings had scraped together. But life wasn't done messing with Ma Jun. Just when things were finally starting to look up, a new setback hit. Because he had spent years living by the damp fish pond, Ma Jun developed ankylosing spondylitis, a painful, disabling spinal disease. This time, it wasn't just his legs, he couldn't even turn his head. He went from hard to walk, to barely being able to move his back and neck. But Ma Jun still refused to give in. Even though he was disabled and battling illness, his first thought wasn't about himself, it was about not becoming a burden to his family. In 2005, fishing fans started flocking to his pond. Not only did they fish, they also bought the free-range chickens Ma Jun raised. To his surprise, the chickens sold even better than the fish, dozens gone every weekend. Very quickly, he ran out of chickens, not just his, but even the ones raised by his neighbors. That gave Ma Jun an idea: free-range chicken farming. Later that year, he rented a piece of hillside and started raising free-range chickens the natural way. Spring to fall, the chickens roamed and foraged on their own. Only in winter did he supplement with feed. He limited the number to 50 chickens per mew, about 1/6 acre, to give them enough space and resources. That experiment paid off big time. 2,000 chickens brought in a net profit of 60 yuan. In 2006, with full confidence, Ma Jun reinvested all his savings and scaled up. By 2007, he was raising 10,000 chickens. By 2008, he doubled again, 20,000. By 2012, he was raising 30,000 chickens a year, bringing in over 4 million yuan in sales. This once poor, disabled young man had finally rewritten his fate. Even though farming is tough work, Ma Jun never changed. No matter how large his operation grew, he still worked every day in the field. When he walked too long or pushed himself too hard, his joints would swell painfully. But he never let go of the reins, never fully handed the work over to hired help. But the market doesn't stand still. In 2013, the free-range chicken industry exploded. More farmers jumped in, competition heated up, prices dropped, and products started looking the same. Ma Jun had to make a choice. Either lower his price and cut corners, or go all in on quality and differentiation. He chose quality. To make his chickens stand out, Ma Jun began searching for a special breed, and came across the Hongshan chicken, a local heritage breed from Suizhou, Hubei. These chickens had 3 obvious traits: yellow feet, yellow feathers, and yellow beaks, plus distinctive white earlobes. Roosters typically weighed about 1.9 to 2.1 kilogram. Hens around 1.4 to 1.6 kilogram. Ma Jun believed that raising this purebred chicken could help his brand stand out in a crowded market. So in 2013, he built a breeding farm and started buying purebred Hongshan chickens from local villagers. But a breeding farm wasn't enough, he needed a hatchery too. By this point, he had already drained his savings. There was no way he could afford to build a hatchery on his own. In 2014, his older siblings found out and pitched in to help him fund it. Ma Jun understood that true product differentiation takes system-level thinking. He knew from experience that even a unique chicken breed could quickly get copied. So he didn't stop there. In 2017, a restaurant chain heard about his premium Hongshan chickens and came to buy some. But Ma Jun shocked them by refusing to sell, telling them to come back in 6 months. Why? Because he'd discovered a secret. Most free-range chickens on the market were raised only 6 to 8 months. He decided to extend his chickens' grow time to over a year. Longer grow time meant more flavor, richer fats, better texture, and deeper taste. Sure, it cost more to raise them longer, but Ma Jun focused on hens. While growing, they also laid eggs, which helped balance the costs. While others fought price wars, Ma Jun went the other way, doubling down on breed quality, feeding, and flavor. When his Hongshan chickens hit the market, they were an instant hit with restaurants. While other chickens sold for under 20 yuan per jin, half kilo, his could fetch over 30. By 2018, Ma Jun's sales of chicks and chickens topped 20 million yuan. But he wasn't done. He founded a cooperative to scale up and help others get rich too. He offered chicks, training, and even helped farmers sell their birds, no charge. By 2018, his co-op had over 400 members. But with production rising fast, even the restaurant market couldn't keep up with demand. Starting in 2018, Ma Jun began experimenting with experience-based marketing. He set up tasting booths outside supermarkets in Suizhou City, offering samples of chicken and chicken soup so customers could taste the difference right there on the spot. He held these tasting events twice a month. Every month, anyone who bought his free-range chickens was invited to join a group chat for coordinated delivery. But times were changing. Consumers didn't just trust ads or appearances anymore. They wanted to see, smell, and taste the quality for themselves. So Ma Jun cut out the middlemen. He went straight to residential communities and supermarket entrances, hosting more tasting events and letting people experience the flavor of Hongshan chicken firsthand. While building his business, Ma Jun never forgot about giving back, especially to others with disabilities. Take Zhang Jinbo, for example. He was a former disabled swimmer who had tried raising sheep after retiring from sports. But it didn't bring in much money. In 2017, Ma Jun brought him into the chicken farming business. Now Zhang earns more than 100.000 yuan a year. In fact, out of the 400+ members in Ma Jun's co-op, dozens are people with disabilities. Just like Zhang. Thanks to Ma Jun, they've turned their lives around. Today, Ma Jun's business is thriving. But there's one habit he's kept for over 20 years. as long as he's not traveling. He skips social events and heads home every day to cook dinner for his mother and his paralyzed sister. He says he could easily hire someone to take care of them now. But for him, cooking for them is his way of giving back for all the love and care they gave him when times were hard. And that's the full story in today's episode of Rural Wealth Builders. That was today's story about Ma Jun, the man who turned hardship into opportunity and raised millions by raising chickens. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to MAPVORT Farm, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss future updates. See you in the next video.